Hello, geeks and gamers. My name is Jeremy. Thank you very much for checking out this video. I just finished what I am calling the Batman v Superman DLC that just was released last night, I believe, which is the Ultimate Cut. I promised everyone in our community I would do a video after I watched this movie. To give you a little background on me and where I stand with Batman v Superman and the Snyderverse in general is I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I like Man of Steel more than Batman v Superman, but I don't like either one of these films at all. Can't stand either one of them. And I went and saw Man of Steel, I believe, 4 or 5 times in theaters. I own it. I'm a big Superman fan. I love Superman. I just did not like that version of Superman. And I gave BVS a shot, opening night, IMAX. Hated it. Had no plans on seeing the Batman v Superman DLC, but everyone in our community, was, especially Roman, was really pushing me to watch this film. So luckily, one of my good friends and admins for the group, Chris Clow, allowed me to, I guess, some link way of doing your Voodoo and Ultraviolet accounts. So I linked to his account, and I just got done watching it. So, what are my thoughts? I mean, did it improve upon the theatrical release? Yes. Is it a big improvement? No. I don't want to go into specifics about what it improved, but I will say that there are things with Clark and his character that, some of the scenes play out a little more. It gives us a little more insight as to what he's doing and gives us a little more development about him. There was a scene, minor spoiler. Look, if you've seen Batman v Superman, then I don't really know what the hell I can spoil for you. I'm gonna try not to go into too many specifics about the DLC, but whatever. There's a scene, the courthouse scene, which didn't mean anything to me in the theater. Actually meant a little more to me in the DLC version. So I don't know why it just impacted me a little more. Maybe it's because of seeing the development of Clark a little more doing these things. But it's right after the fact. There was a nice moment where Superman, it shows him saving people from the explosion in the courthouse. Now, I still had problems with that scene, but it was a nice little nugget, to see Superman at least, saving people. The problem with that scene is that he's still being mopey, sad Superman. And I'm like, you're freaking Superman. Encourage these people who are hurt. Talk to them. Inspire them. Give them hope. Instead, he's just standing there, moping and crying and pouting. Like, that's not what we need Superman to be. We need you to be inspiring. And even if all hope is lost, you need to tell people, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Blah, 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 blah. I don't get that from this version of Superman at all, and it drives me crazy. But what I will say is if you loved this movie in the theaters, you're going to really love the theatrical version, or the DLC version. If you liked the theatrical version, you will probably, it's definitely going to improve upon viewing the DLC. It's going to make you it's going to give you more of what you liked. If you were on the fence, I think it'll probably get you slightly over the fence. If you didn't like the movie, you're probably still not going to like the movie. And if you're in the ballpark with me, where you hated the theatrical release, well, you're still probably going to hate, the DLC version. But it is a little better. It flows a little better. Some scenes are flushed out a little better. And it gives you better context about certain things. But I don't see this drastic difference in the movies. I just see more of the same of what I don't like. I wish I liked it more. I really do. I'm wearing a Batman wedding ring. Okay, I love these characters. I don't want to hate these movies. But it is what it is. It's just my opinion, but I do think they are trash movies. I think that maybe, maybe some of the, maybe the trash doesn't smell as bad now with the DLC version. And what I mean by DLC, and I know I'm on YouTube, so all these idiots are gonna with no name and people I don't know, you're gonna get in the comments and bitch and whine and call me names. I don't care. As a matter of fact, the more dislikes you give me, the better I feel, because I really don't give a shit. If you dislike my video, that means you watched it. That means you put energy into watching something, and I made you mad. I don't give a shit, okay? So whatever. But the point is, what I mean by DLC, I know that plenty of movies come out with director's cuts. I get it. My problem with this one is that it's been built up to be like this saving grace for a movie. And it's about the narrative that's been surrounding this movie, where at first the movie was great, and if you didn't like it, you just hated DC and you hated Zack Snyder. Now, then you started hearing rumors like, oh, there's a 3-hour cut right before the movie comes out because Warner Brothers heard all the bad PR that was surrounding Batman v Superman and the terrible reviews, and Damage Control comes in, and all of a sudden we have a ultimate cut. Okay, why are we hearing about that? Like, you delayed this movie like what, 8-9 months to get us to this March 25th release date. Now you're telling us there's another version. Like, it makes no sense. So then we hear how great the movie is from all the fans, and you're viciously attacked as a hater if you didn't like it. And then now that the DLC version's out, now all of a sudden it's, hey, you know what? The movie that came out in theaters was not very good, but this one's a lot better. And I think somewhere in the middle the truth lies. Is it a better version of the one we saw in the theaters? I think that's a fair assessment. I absolutely do. Is it much better? No. It's still the same movie. It's a slightly different experience, I guess, but it's still the same movie. It's the same damn piece of shit that we saw. And the big thing, like, I gave the theatrical version a 4 out of 10. I would give this a 5 out of 10. That's not good. It's just not. So, anyway, but the whole thing with DLC is because video games, companies, they give you this half-assed product for full price, and then months and months later, they go in and they fix it with patches, and they come out with more content, and they try to give you a complete package as long as you spend more money. And so I know all movies have, or not all, but a lot of movies have director's cuts, but in this particular situation, this is the first time we were going to see Batman and Superman on screen together, okay? Get your shit together. I don't want to wait 3 more months to get a better version of something that I've been waiting my whole life to get in the first place, okay? I don't need that. You should have got it right the first time. You delayed the movie already. Then you tried to get on the same release date with Marvel, and then Marvel wouldn't budge, so then you had to bumped it back a month or 2 to get away from Civil War. It just, give me the version that I'm supposed to get on release date. But that didn't happen. So not only did I go spend a ton of money to go to see them in IMAX 3D, now, 2 months later, you're expecting me to spend even more money to watch it on digital for the DLC version. And I think it's horseshit. I really do. I think it sets a terrible precedent. And, this is one of the most anticipated films of all time. I don't need it to get right 3 months later after you've heard all the criticisms, heard all of the backlash, and then decided, oh, well, here's a better version. Like, it just sets wrong with me. So, anyway, I'm sure I'll get a lot of dislikes. I'm sure I'll get a lot of name calling in the comments. I don't really care. The more you talk bad about me, the better I feel about what I said. But if you want to have a respectful discussion, even if you disagree with me, I'm all ears. But that usually doesn't happen on YouTube comments, so, it is what it is. But thank you to everyone who pretty much peer pressured me to watch this movie in our Facebook group. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't a big step up for me. It was more of the same with it was more of the same, just a little better fleshed out. And there was a couple of nice moments that I did enjoy. I genuinely enjoyed a couple of nice moments, but at the end of the day, I still don't enjoy this version of this of Superman. Batman, I like this version of Batman. Okay, it's still not on the level of Christopher Nolan's Batman for me, or even like an Arkham Knight version. But I mean, I enjoy Affleck's Batman. He's pretty good. And I'm really looking forward to Affleck's solo Batman film. I really am. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm a big fan of Affleck as a director. I think he's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out this video. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.